welcome to this Profit Protector Pro video. Today we're going to be looking at some key dates you might want to be aware of for 2021 in case you haven't thought of them already. So I've actually written a blog post on this, and you can find that if you head over to profitprotectorpro.com and scroll down to the bottom and click through to articles. So I thought this would be an interesting video to do just to give a bit of voice as well as the text, because some people don't like reading large sections of text, so I thought this might be helpful. So we've now passed January in 2021, and obviously depending on when you watch this video, we may have passed some other dates too. But we're going to start this video for February 2021. So as you can see, it's all about Valentine's Day to begin with. Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, it's a huge day and an opportunity to generate some really great sales. Now, interestingly, this is why I put this in here. In a 2016 study, a reported 19% of people bought Valentine's Day gifts for their pets. Really? Yeah, I know. An accumulated total of $681 million. That's insane. So when you're thinking about things like Valentine's Day, do try to think outside of the box. So in this case, you might want to offer some Valentine's themed products for pets as an example. Another popular one is actually for friends. Apparently a lot of people purchase Valentine's gifts for friends. So is there anything that you can consider, or any bundles that you can create that would be relevant for friends, not just partners? So something to consider there. We've also got the Super Bowl that happens early February. So that's a really great one to get your fan merchandise in there. And we've got Chinese New Year. Now that's particularly important for private label sellers, as I've mentioned there, because during this time, many of the Chinese manufacturers completely close for weeks in observation of the Chinese New Year. So if you're a private label seller, make sure you know how that's going to affect the production of your products and just have a plan for that. And then we've also got Shrove Tuesday. Everyone loves that. As we know in the UK, this is celebrated as Pancake Day. So can you provide any Pancake Day type kits perhaps? Things like that for Shrove Tuesday. And I put these sort of bits in here that you might want to start prepping for example, St. Patrick's Day here. So in February, you might want to start prepping for this. Now in March 2021, we've got some spring breaks going on. Now, this is where you might want to have a look to see if you've got any summer items, perhaps from last year, that you could sell on, and anything vacation type wise that could be valuable here. And then St. Patrick's Day. This is actually a huge day. I don't think people realise how big St. Patrick's Day is. And it's not just an Irish celebration, although that's where its origins are. As you can see, celebrations happen in Singapore, Russia, India, New York, Chicago, Australia, and Japan, and that's just to name a few. So anything here that's green merchandise, think about t-shirts, beer mugs, sort of parade hats. Just remember, if you are selling through the FBA program, alcohol is prohibited, but anything that's associated with that, such as mugs or anything like the beer mats, then that should be fine. And in March, you're going to want to start prepping for Easter. Now, Easter is a really big win for Amazon sellers because everybody's buying chocolate and sweets and candy and everything related to Easter bunnies for Easter. So make sure that you are prepared for that. And this is also, I've pointed out here in bold, that this is a great time to clear out any meltable inventory you have. So meltable inventory refers to any heat-sensitive products such as probiotics, gummies, chocolates, things like that, because any inventory that's in an Amazon fulfillment center between May the 1st and October 15th will be marked as unfulfillable and may be disposed of. So you want to make sure you're removing all of the meltable inventory you have. And a good way to do that, if you've currently got stock in Amazon warehouses, is drop the price of your products to try to get those quick sales, or you'll have to go and create a removal order. So as we move down, again, think about Mother's Day here. Start prepping for Mother's Day in March, because in May, early May this year, we've got Mother's Day, which, similar to Valentine's Day, is a huge day and a huge opportunity to gain some sales here. So think about some bundles that you can create. Can you bundle together a few complementary items and sell for Mother's Day? And you're going to want to start prepping for the summer holidays, and then Father's Day is just around the corner as well. So make sure that you're thinking again. Always try to think ahead so that you've got enough stock and you can send it into Amazon before these key dates. And at the end of June, we're going to start prepping for the sort of summer months, and in particular Independence Day and Prime Day as examples that you might want to look at there. So in July, you're going to want to keep an eye on your summer inventory. We've actually got a note here about Profit Protector Pro, which I've added in, and that's just to say that if you are struggling with competitors joining your listing and snatching that buy box away from you, you can use Profit Protector Pro, which is an advanced algorithmic repricer, to win back that buy box. And once you're in the buy box, it will aim to push up the sales price and boost your profits. So Independence Day as well, this is celebrated in the United States, often celebrated with parades and barbecues and fireworks. So anything American and independence related you might want to look at there. Now Amazon Prime Day. Now this date to be confirmed in 2021, but this was huge in 2020. So in 2020, this is where it was the start, and we were kind of in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. And for third party and small to medium sized businesses, Prime Day was exceptional. And in fact, it was groundbreaking, even record breaking. Third party sellers saw sales surpass $3.5 billion, which is just huge. And some categories there that were particularly popular: home and kitchen and electronics. Now, at the end of July, you're going to want to start prepping for back to school. That's a key money maker. As everyone knows that children going back to school, everybody wants new things: a new pencil case, new backpack, new water bottle, what's hot, what's not. So try and do your research and have a look at perhaps what bundles you can create for your back to school around the July time. Now in August, you might want to capitalise on some extra summer holidays and vacation products there. And also you've got some sort of smaller things like Friendship Day and International Beer Day, which you might want to take advantage of if you think that's going to benefit your business. But throughout August as well, continue to be thinking about that back to school merchandise that you can gain. And a great top tip here I've put here is to use BuyBot Pro to analyse existing bundles and see what sold well the previous year. So on BuyBot Pro, when you select a product, you can scroll down and it will show you a sales historical graph. And on that, you can see how well this particular product has sold. So if you find a back to school bundle, have a look at its past sales history. If it's sold well, you might want to consider, could you source those same products and join the listing as another seller for this bundle? Or perhaps you might just be inspired and then gather your own products to put into a bundle to then sell on Amazon, ready for the back to school period. And during this time, start prepping for Halloween and Q4. You can never plan early enough for Q4. I mean, some sellers start in as early as January. So just putting that out there. So here we go, September. This is the start of a new school year and a university year. So this is where you're going to want to sell your back to school and any bundles that you might have. Anything organisational related, maybe even some textbooks would be useful here as well. Start prepping for Q4 and make sure your Halloween stock has been sent into Amazon. So October, we have Halloween, and from October the 15th, Amazon fulfillment centres now accept multiple inventory. So this is the perfect time to send in your candy, your sweets, your chocolate, all of those things ready for Halloween on October 31st. Just remember also that between October and December, this is the time that Amazon increases their FBA storage fees. So just make sure that you're aware of that and take that into account in your profit calculations. And October is the beginning of quarter four and the run up to Christmas. So you'll want to be sending in your Christmas stock soon and make sure that you get those in early to avoid some backlog and delays which inevitably happen at FBA centres as everyone's sending in their products for the quarter four rush. So in October, you're going to want to start prepping for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And in November, this is where we have the Christmas sales hopefully going to be rolling in by now. You can capitalise on Thanksgiving, November 25th, 2021. So gift boxes, candles, anything like that, t-shirts, family games. And then don't forget, we've got Black Friday that follows that on the 26th and Cyber Monday on the 29th. And as I put here, this is where Profit Protector Pro really shines through. Sellers will be competing hard to win that buy box, and so having Profit Protector Pro as your advanced repricer will help you get into that buy box, raise the sale price and make you more profits, which is especially important around this Q4 period when there's a lot of sellers joining listers and a lot of sellers selling loads of different types of products. So here we've got to remember to restock popular products in the December sales rush. So if you've got products that are selling particularly well in November, do restock them and make sure you have a system where you can go back to the product lists that you have and you can then purchase them. So come December, they're still going to sell well and going to make you profits. Now in December 2021, just make sure that you keep an eye out for Amazon's guidelines. And if you go to this article, you can click the link and that will show you when the products should reach the fulfillment centres if they're going to be delivered for Christmas. And I have put a side note here. Remember that you can, if you're an FBA seller, you can ship products fulfilled by merchant. So that's where you send products directly to customers rather than going through Amazon FBA. And that will allow you to get around the cut-off date for FBA inventory. So don't panic if you still have products you want to sell, but FBA aren't accepting them, or they won't get there before Christmas. You can switch those particular ASINs to fulfilled by merchant. And of course, you do want to start thinking about your January sales as well. A lot of people are so focused on Christmas that they actually forget to think about January. So in terms of January, do think about those products that are going to sell well. So anything sort of fitness related, health related, New Year's resolution type things that you can think of. And if we go to the top of this page, what do we say in January? We've got the selling gym related equipment. So sales may be slower in January, but you still want to have products there available because sales should still be made. And this is also something to be aware of. Every single January, Amazon offers an extended holiday returns policy, which varies depending on year. For the 2020 to 2021 period, orders shipped between October 1st and December 31st were returnable through until January 31st. So do just bear that in mind. So if you start receiving returns in January from products that sold back in October, that's why it's due to that policy. So hopefully that's been an interesting video. Some of you may have already known those dates and got it figured out and maybe even have a calendar of these dates. For those of you who haven't really thought about that, hopefully those dates have been of interest and you can note them down and just see how you get on with them. And those are obviously key specific dates that happen annually throughout every year. And there are obviously your other types of products that you're going to be selling, like your replenishable products throughout the year. But those key specific dates often can gain you some bit of extra money and profit. And they're also just big sales days, and people will go to Amazon to look for products for those days. So in order to take full advantage of that, make sure you know the dates, you get your products in stock, restock, and then sell, and use Profit Protector Pro to help you with your repricing, fundamentally to win you that buy box, push up the sales price, and boost your profits.